Let me just add, the biggest problem with ownership jointly with rights of survivorship is that if you have more than one child at the next generation, joint ownership with rights of survivorship, when mom and dad are gone, means that the children now are still owners jointly with rights of survivorship. And when the first child dies, ownership goes to the other two children. And the family of the first child to die is completely disinherited. And you can't avoid that. It is a result of that form of ownership. So if you have one child at the next generation, it's a great solution. And I have done a number of those where we just add the next child to the title to the property jointly with rights of survivorship. But if you have more than one, it's going to mean that the first of your children to die is going to lose, his or her family is going to lose all ownership interest in the property. And it then becomes increasingly concentrated into the remaining children who were added to the title jointly with rights of survivorship, to the point where you have only one surviving owner. And that owner can do whatever he or she wishes with the property. He or she can't give it to the siblings, families, without incurring gift taxes. But they certainly can sell the property, they own the property, they don't need to recognize anybody else as having any interest in the property. And it is not a very effective way of transferring ownership to a generation that has more than one child. Okay, helping the next generation afford the cottage. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit here because we are running a little bit late. We talked about the endowment. This is some numbers. If you can get 5% in today's world, you're doing fairly well. But it will take $500,000 to produce an income of $25,000. That income will be taxable to the children when mom and dad are gone. So it is taxable income, and you've got to take that into account when you decide how much you're going to leave into an endowment. But that endowment is one way of dealing with the unequal amount of resources at the next generation.